Okay, here's a video for Objective 44. This is in your money textbook, so if you don't have that, hit pause, go grab that. We're on page 85 in your money textbook. And we got 6 problems to look at here for Objective 44. Objective 44 is determine a cost or a balance associated with a credit card. So this is kind of a good objective for real life, kind of looking at how credit cards payments work and how things can add up and things like that. So let's take a look here. There's kind of a lot of reading involved in here, and just kind of the biggest part of these problems is probably just keeping track of what's going on. I don't think there's a lot of hard math involved, but you have to keep things, keep track of things. So number 7, Ethan's credit card had a balance of $561.01, or sorry, 10 cents at the end of the month. So if it had a balance of that, that means that's the amount that you owe to the credit card company. It said then he made a payment of $80. He also returned a hat he purchased with a credit card and received a credit of $24.95 to his account. So that means he bought a hat for that much. He returned that, so they put the money back on the card. Okay. There are no new charges listed on this month's statement. If the monthly finance charge on his account is 2% of the unpaid balance, how much is the finance charge on this month's statement? So the finance charge means the extra amount that you owe. It's like the interest that you need to pay back. So credit card companies, that's how they make their money. They're going to let you use a credit card, but if you don't pay off the whole thing, they're going to charge a percentage that you owe them. So let's just take a look at the steps here. Started with $561.10. He made $80 payment, so that brings it to $481.10. Then he had a credit. The credit is kind of like a payment to his credit card, so that's an amount, because it's kind of, you don't get confused that it's put back on his card, meaning you don't add it, it's actually subtracted from the balance. He doesn't owe that much anymore. So he did owe $481.10. Now they put that much back on his card, so that means he owes $24.95 less. Okay, so when you subtract that, here is the unpaid balance. Okay, $456.15. Then he's going to owe 2% of that. That's how much interest he's going to be charged, or the finance charge. So 2% of that amount, so 0.02. You take the rate times the whole, and you get the part. So that equals $9.12. Okay, which means if he would have paid the whole thing off, he wouldn't owe that much. But now that's how money keeps adding up month after month. Okay, number 8. Abby's credit card company charges an APR of 22.8% on her credit card. That's the annual percentage rate, and we'll talk about how we figure that out per month here in a second. The monthly finance charge is based on the unpaid balance at the end of the month. If Abby's unpaid balance for last month was $828.69, what was the finance charge listed on the monthly statement? So main key here is don't take 22.8% of the $828.69. That's the annual percentage rate. So anytime they say an APR and you need to do a monthly problem, you need to take that APR divided by 12. So we're going to take 22.8 divided by 12. That means per month they're going to charge a 1.9% charge on what you owe. Okay, so again, 1.9%, we're going to move that over twice. So as a decimal, that's 0.019 times the amount, the unpaid balance, the amount they owe. We multiply those two, and there's going to be a little rounding here, but it's about $15.75, letter C. Okay. Number 9, checking his monthly credit card statement. The balance at the beginning of the month was $1,318.45. So he gets his balance at the beginning of the month. That's how much he owes. It says during the month, he made purchases for $44.91, $38.01, and $59.65. The statement shows he made a payment of $395 and was assessed a finance charge of $21.32. What should the statement show at the end of the month? Okay, so he gets his balance at the beginning of the month is here. Now he made 3 payments, or 3 purchases, not payments, purchases. That's going to add to the amount he owes. Okay, so these are the amounts right from the problem. Okay, right here are these. Okay, so that adds on to the amount he owes. The other thing that adds on to the amount he owes is the finance charge, which is right here. So we put all those together. That adds up to $1,482.34. Then, so that's how much with what he owed plus the new charges. And then it says he did make a payment of $395. So that cuts down how much he owes, and so that's why we subtract. And here's the amount that he has left, the $1,087.34. Okay. All right, number 10, a different type of problem here. Credit card company uses unpaid balance method to calculate finance charges. A customer's most recent statement shows new purchases of $27.04 and $97.92. The statement also shows there was a finance charge of $33.93. Based on the 2.9% per billing period, what is the new balance on the customer's credit card? So what I did first was actually figure out what the balance was before. They don't tell us what the old balance was. We can figure it out though, because they tell us that the finance charge was $33.93, and they got that by using 2.9% of the previous unpaid balance. So going back to percent problems, we always would look after the word of, and that would be our whole. So we know 2.9 is the interest rate, has a percentage sign. After the word of is the whole. Well, that's what we don't know here. That is the question mark. That means the 33.93 is the part. So we could either use the percentage proportion method, where it's part over whole equals percent over 100, and you don't change that to a decimal, and then you'd cross multiply and divide. So cross multiply 33.93 times 100 divided by 2.9, and that would give you 1,170. Or the form of the percentage equation is, that starts out with part times or whole times the rate equals the part. If you change that around, if you take part divided by the rate as a decimal, that equals the whole. So that's another way of finding this. Okay, so you do 33.93 divided by 0.029, because this one you have to change it to a decimal. That also equals 1,170. So either way you do that, and again, that's kind of review, but it's been a while. So if you have questions on that, let me know if you need me to go more in depth than that. But that's how much the unpaid balance was before. And then that's why they took 2.9% of that, and the finance charge was $33.93. Now the question was, what is the new balance? Okay, well, there was another thing that happened here. This person made 2 new charges of $27.04 and $97.92. Okay, and then also the finance charge. So we've just figured out above, this was the unpaid balance before. He's got the 2 purchases and a finance charge. That's all money they owe. So we got to add all that up. And now, if there was no payments made, the unpaid balance would be this $1,328.89. So kind of a lot going on there, but take it one step at a time. You have to find the old unpaid balance first. That's what we did up here. One of two methods, the proportion method or using the variation of the percent equation, and then add on the new charges. Okay. Number 11, it's a similar type problem. It says in the most recent credit card statement there was a finance charge of $19.17. The monthly periodic rate is 2.9%. They make a payment of $40 on the unpaid balance and does not make any new purchases. What is the balance? So the beginning step is the same as number 10. You can either do this part over whole equals the percent over 100. So for this problem, that would be 1917 over the whole. We don't know that. Percent was 2.9 over 100. Do cross multiply and divide. So multiply those two, divide by 2.9. And or the other method, I use the percent variation of the percent equation. Part divided by the rate, 0.029. Either way you do this, you're going to get this unpaid balance of $661.03. Now the last problem, there was purchases and the finance charge. Okay. On this problem, we have this unpaid balance, and I'm going to take a look at this one. I think I might have done this one wrong, but let's take a look. I did this step right. This was the unpaid balance. Okay. We subtract here $661 minus a $40 payment. That gives you the $621.03. Okay. But then what you have, what I didn't account for, I'm going to double check this here, is that there was the finance charge. And so if I add on, so I actually made a mistake here. So that we made the payment, that is the amount now, but there was this $19.17 finance charge. So we add that, and you'd actually have this amount. So this number we need, but that's not the answer. The answer should have been right here. Okay, and so again, I didn't finish the problem. I had done same first step as up here. That's correct. Okay. Then that's the unpaid balance minus the $40 of payment, but there was this $19.17 finance charge that we had to add on to that. So the actual answer here would be $640.20. Okay. So again, if there's a question on that one, let me know. Okay. Last problem, number 12. It says they were late paying credit card bill last month. Her credit card company charges a late payment fee of either $28 or 0.5% of the customer's unpaid balance. The bank chooses the late payment fee that is larger of the two amounts. So whatever is bigger. It says if Jada has an unpaid balance of $431, how much was the late payment fee? Okay, so we're going to look at two things here. 0.5% of $431. Now, you have to convert this properly. You're going to go 1 2. So there's one open spot, so we have to put another 0 in. So 0.5% is actually 0.005 of the 431, so meaning multiply. And that gives you only a $2.16 fee. So because the bank chooses the larger amount, they're going to use the $28 late fee. Okay. Now the reason bank does this is if this person had a huge credit card bill, okay, maybe like $8,000, $9,000, then it would be over $28 and they would charge that amount. Okay. So there's the 6 problems for objective 44. Again, if there was a little mistake here on number 11, so make sure you keep track of that and what the answer actually should be there. After you're done watching this video, you go to your money workbook. Practice 43, 44 starts here. This was objective 43. Go to the next page. Objective 44, answers are on the following page. Again, pick out some of those problems. Maybe you do all 12, maybe you don't. Whatever you need, feel confident, and be ready to take the test. Okay. If you have any questions, let me know.